What's up, guys? Friendly Neighborhood Geek here doing another re-review, this time on something I've done two videos on already. The first video was an unboxing, which is kind of dated for reasons. I had an older phone when I recorded that, and the quality on that phone, video-wise, wasn't the best. So, the second one was like a traditional review, but I had it on a display, and I just kind of showed the camera around talking about it. So now my how I usually do my reviews now is I'm on camera and I have the figure in hand and I talk about it and show all the neat things about the figure. So yes, for the third time, we are looking at one of my favorite um, movie Bumblebee toys, Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Human Alliance Bumblebee. Excuse me. Yes, I love this figure. I've wanted him for years. You hear me say that about a handful of figures in my collection. Um, I think I got him for like 60, 70 bucks new, which wasn't bad. I think I got him for free shipping. Like I said, that wasn't bad for this new in box. This is, to my knowledge, the original Human Alliance version. They made a handful of repaints of this figure, and there's a knockoff, of course. One of the repaints is like a stealth version, so he's like the black and yellow, like black with the yellow highlights and maybe a little bit of blue on him. That looks really cool. I wouldn't mind maybe getting that one as a novelty toy down the road. There was also like a Nest version, the secret organization that the Autobots worked with in the movie. There was like a Nest version of Bumblebee. He was gray, and that one was okay. That one looked pretty cool. Yeah, so like I said, Human Alliance was a subline of Transformers that they was like a kind of mix of like Masterpiece and Alternators in regards to like the detail and articulation and the way they transformed. I've reviewed my alternators. I could maybe do a re-review for those, but those are currently and their packaging to the side where you can't see them because I plan on selling them. I've been trying to get rid of them because I really don't want them anymore. Like I like them, but I don't really have the space for them anymore. So yeah. But yeah, I didn't think to show any comparison. I don't want to take them out of the packaging. But yes, the Human Alliance was inspired by alternators, as well as I believe Masterpiece, and it was basically just um, highly detailed, articulated, I guess more kind of character accurate and car accurate figures that came a little human companion. Um, I believe Mudflap came with the Human Alliance. Mudflap came with Michaela, and one of the side swipes, or like a black version of side swipe, which I wouldn't mind getting. Um, that came with like Michaela in a different outfit. She had like a ponytail or something. So Michaela got two Autobots came with two different versions of Michaela, which was really cool. Of course, Bumblebee always came with Sam. May not be able to see a little bit. You can see Sam right here. Sam is in there. Shia LaBeouf's character. I mean, it's the minifigs. I'll show him in a minute. They're decent. Like they're really just kind of there as like an accessory, so they kind of have limited articulation, but they're decent. I've seen a few back in the day. A few animators have some of them in their stop motion, which was pretty cool. Um, yeah. So like I said, uh, Sideswipe and Mudflap came with two different versions of Michaela. Um, one of the other characters came with like Captain Lennox, and another Transformer came with I forgot the black character's name. Tyrese, that actor, I forgot his last name. But his character in those movies, he was one of the figures. He came with one of the Transformers, and like some of the other characters, I think like Barricade and some of the Wreckers, they just kind of came like generic characters to go with them. They weren't like characters specifically from the movie, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so this had a decent line of toys. But in my opinion, Bumblebee is the best out of the line because out of all of them, Bumblebee is really the only one that appeals to me. Like I said, I wouldn't mind getting the black version of Sideswipe. That does look cool, but outside of him, like I said, and maybe Barricade, these Bumblebee's the only one that appeals to me. I just really like him. I'm not sure what model Camaro this is. I'm not too familiar with cars. I assume this is the one based off the model they used in Revenge of the Fallen. So, excuse me, I don't know if it's a 2009 Camaro. Um, he has, I guess, a little Chevy symbol on his back. He has a little bumper sticker, 4NZZ454. I'm not sure what that stands for. I mean, it has little exhaust ports, exhaust pipes at the bottom. The detail on the wheels is really nice. I mean, the wheels roll really well. Camaro on the side. The front looks nice. The front lights and the front bumper. It even has, I'm assuming this is where you would fill the car up with gas, this little piece right here. And that's a nice detail. Um, and yeah, the doors do open. I can, well, I guess I'll remove these pieces. He comes with 2 missiles, which you can't use in car mode, but you can weapon store them, which is really nice. So I really like that detail. Um, and another fun thing about this figure, not only is it like a really, it feels like a really high-end collectible for adult collectors, but it was also designed to basically be like a mini playset for children, or maybe like teenagers who were into the toys, or like I said, maybe like someone who's maybe like 13, 12, 13 years old, or I would say even, yeah, 10 years old, who are into the toys. I can get this to unsnap. Oh, this has a lot of playability, and it feels like with Sam included, it comes off as like a little playset. So you can see the inside. So yeah, this is 2 seats. So if you were to get Michaela, which I've seen some people display this figure with Sam and Michaela, you could have both of them in here. If you have a minifigure that's around the same size as the Sam, it can fit in here. Some of the Mega Constructs figures can fit in here if they're not too bulky. I have done it, but because of her legs, she really doesn't fit in here all that well. My world's smallest Barbie doll, she can kind of fit in here, which is kind of funny to see a Barbie sitting in a Camaro or Bumblebee toy. But like I said, you can see kind of the inside. Um, you can see Sam in there. Uh, right, so real quick, I'll show Sam. Unfortunately, of course, me messing, like just fiddling with mine, I wasn't being rough with it. I was trying to bend one of the legs. Um, you can see the detail inside, steering wheel, which is on a joint, so you can't rotate it. Um, yeah, looks cool. Um, Also, I forgot, he also has the painted, the molded windshield wipers, which was on the Stinger, my Stinger toy. Again, I really like that little detail. That's just adds another sense of realism to the toy. Um, yes, we have Sam, Shia LaBeouf's character, and yeah, it looks like the outfit is like what he wore in the middle half of Revenge of the Fallen. It's okay. I mean, articulation on him is decent. It looks like him. I mean, it's just okay. Basic articulation. Arms can go 360. They can come out. Um, Legs can go back. Can't really go forth. And he has a little bit of knee joint because of positioning him in the car. Yeah, this leg broke. I was so mad, so PO'd. I wanted this figure to be, I wanted the whole set to be in the best shape possible. But it's on there securely. But of course, he no longer can bend this leg. So yeah, that's a bummer. but like I said, I was able to put it back to reattach it to his body. But like I said, he's cool. And like I said, like when I said that the figure was like a play set, there's a lot of fun little things you can do with Sam outside of having him sit inside the car mode, which I will show in a few minutes. Um, I do want to show the packaging. I still have it because I think it's really cool. It's just been sitting on my uh, shelf, if you want to say. Really neat. Like I said, I really like the presentation. Got Megatron in the back, um, Transformers, action figure, interacts with robots. Sam Witwicky, Bumblebee, ages 5 and up. Um, it says advanced conversion level 3. Um, yes, how the character, how Bumblebee looks on the back. Nice presentation. Battle mask slides into place. I love that they added the battle mask. Human ally rides on arm or shoulder. You can see right there, which is pretty funny. Strength 6, intelligence 8, speed 6, endurance 5, rank 5, courage 10, fire blast 3, skill 9. Camaro concept mode has the DreamWorks picture, DreamWorks logo, Paramount, Transformers.com. I guess I'll read this real quick. Bumblebee and Sam were best friends almost from the moment they first met, face to face, as they learned more about one another. Their connection grew deeper and deeper. Now, whether Sam is behind the wheel or standing side by side with his friend, they work together as a team against Bumblebee and his human friend. No Decepticon stands a chance. So yeah, cool. I mean, I always liked Bumblebee and Sam's character. I mean, I like this. There's the Autobot logo at the top. And at the top, we have the Fallen's eyes, which is really nice. At the bottom, it has Transformers Collectors Club, some other information, Voyager class Ironhide, and Voyager class Starscream. So, again, this is nice packaging. If I saw that in the shelf back in the day and I was in a position to get it, or if my parents were able to get it for me, yeah, I would have loved to have had this figure growing up. He's a lot of fun. But yeah, so real quick, while I finally transformed the figure, a little challenging, but since I've had him, I've never had to go back to the instructions and look on how to transform him, even, if it's been a while, like months may go by before I touch this guy again, and, I'll magically figure out how to transform him back into a car. But one fun thing I do like about this toy, it's a lot of fun to transform back and forth. I mean, yeah, it's kind of, the transformation's kind of advanced, but it's a lot of fun. Like how I feel about the Age of Extinction, Optimus Prime, and yeah, I'll pull him. I'll bring him up here so, excuse me, I'll show him as a size comparison later. Um, I really didn't think to show him a, a size comparison with him with anybody. I guess I can show him with a little dusty, with Combiner Wars Smokescreen. Get an idea of how big Bumblebee is. So, yeah. Get an idea how big he is. So, yeah, pretty. He's a big boy. He's pretty big. And yeah, see underneath him, see everything folded in. So yeah, a lot of nice detail in this toy. Um, but yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, Sam and Bumblebee's relationship in the movie. I mean, like someone pointed out to me how Sam never referred to Bumblebee as his friend. He referred to him as his car or something. I guess I never really picked up on that. I mean, you can translate that however you want. I thought they were cool together, Because I mean, you can say that Sam did genuinely care about Bumblebee because in Revenge of the Fallen, he was like, "You should go and be with the Autobots. Like, I appreciate you being my guardian, and the world is saved. You don't have to do this anymore. You should be with your own kind. Like, like this can't last forever, kind of." And that could have been looked at as Sam wanting wanting what was best for Bumblebee. Like, it's like he's like, you can't be cooped up. It's not fair. You can't be. You shouldn't be cooped up in my garage, my parents' garage. Um, like I said, transformation is fun. Well, it's decent. Oh, oh, excuse me. Yeah, he has those. His feet do look kind of funny, but not in a bad way. Um, pull these toes out. A lot of robot bits. Oh boy. But like I said, I mean, I I thought, I wasn't really bothered. Like I said, I those movies for me are like guilty pleasures. So um, yeah, those movies are like guilty pleasures. So even though I do feel like some of them may have flaws, I don't know if people really have any issues with the first one. I know I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, the first one was really good. It was, decent." Um, so yeah, that. But like I said, movies. I love the movies. Oh wow. Um, okay, one issue I'll say that I have with this figure. It's not loose or anything. The head pops off very easily. So you can see his face. I'll show it again when I get him properly transformed. The head's not loose or anything like that, but it does pop off very easily, so that could be bothersome to some people. It's a little bothersome to me. Um, ooh, let's see. So like he has a little back gun piece, which looks kind of weird, but it's still kind of cool. Um, let's see. Almost there. Pull these pieces up. Like it says, there's a lot of steps. Rotate the legs, pull up his knee guards. Um, so pull his arm out. And pull the chest. The chest is on, I forgot what you call these springs. Pull the wings out. And yeah, that's Bumblebee. Headless Bumblebee. Oh, get this to reconnect. There we go, for the most part. I'm gonna kind of just fold that back piece down. And here is missile. And it does launch. I'm not going to bother to launch it. Take my word for it. It does launch very decently. And you can plug the other missile on the side. So here is Human Alliance, Revenge of the Fallen, Bumblebee. Um, Trying to think. Get him a cool pose. Yep, there we go. Oh boy. Sorry that took a little bit longer than I would have wanted it to, but yeah, so here he is. Again, the detail, articulation, he has light piping. I mean, the quality on this toy is just amazing. I don't know if we really get toys. We don't get like toys like this. Excuse me, Transformer toys like this anymore. I mean, what we have now is great. Legacy, Kingdom, Earthrise, War for Cybertron, um, all that good stuff. I think we have a more variety of characters and representations of characters and toys to choose from now, which is wonderful. But I kind of miss the days when we had like really high end figures that weren't or that were affordable. Um, Let me try to fix his chest. So yeah, like I said, he's dope. Um, One issue, so or some of the cons some people have had with this figure. Some people didn't like that he only has one hand, which has articulation. He has a thumb joint and finger joint, but all the fingers don't individually move. Um, People would have preferred. Some people would have wished he came with two hands, and the gun could, and then one hand could just turn to the gun. It's not really bothersome to me. I know some people who have customized this figure have bought two of them, and they have taken the hand and put it on this, taken the hand from another mold and put it on this, and yeah, gave them two hands. So that's a possibility, but that's like a lot to have to customize this figure. Um, but like I said, it doesn't bother me. I don't mind him having the one arm cannon hand, one regular hand. Doesn't bother me. Another thing people kind of don't like, he has the seat. The seats are on the back of him, and yeah, they do look kind of weird if they look very noticeable if you angle his arms in a certain way, like what I'm doing with this. Um, so yeah. Um, Again, detail on him is nice, like the detail on the inside. Yeah, this part looks kind of hollow, but again, you're not looking at the figure from the side, you're looking at it from the front. So again, it's a toy. It doesn't bother me. Um, yeah, I mean, he's just cool. Like, so detail on him is nice. Like the robot parts, detail on the robot parts, the molding, sculpting. Um, Even like this, like he has gear. You can't really see it, but he has gear molding on the inside of the wheels, which just looks amazing. Like unnecessary, but really cool. Like I said, this figure just has a lot of charm to it. Like I look at this toy and I think like snap of a finger. That's Bumblebee. That is movie Bay versus Bumblebee. You look at this figure and you automatically can tell who it's supposed to be. And I really like that. I just really find this toy charming. Um, its articulation's good. Articulation's good. Um, even with this extra piece right here, this extra weapon piece, he's still very posable. So I said that Sam could do some stuff with Bumblebee. Yes, yes he can. So you sit Sam down here. His little peg, little hole peg on his back. And get him to peg in. Um, and the peg in. And oh, he put his little thing on him. And now it's like which is really silly. He has his little harness on him. Again, it looks silly, but I like it. These shoulder cannons on him now, so he can help Bumblebee. Um, he can help Bumblebee fight Decepticons. So again, you can see that's cool. It's silly, but it's cool. Another cool thing is the battle mask, which I don't think this really looks like how the battle mask looked in the movie, but it doesn't really look like how it looked in the movie, but it's still cool. Yeah. Again, fun, cool. Um, like I said, he has light piping. And like I said, you could sit Sam on this other one. I'm not going to show it because I don't think it really has a function in robot mode. So what's another one he can do? There is a platform behind Bumblebee. Another thing for me, and this might be for some versions, I don't think it's for every version, the chest doesn't really stay securely popped out that well on mine. Like if you breeze over it, um, it might pop out of place. So real quick, I might not be able to get him to do it because of his broken leg, but there is a gun turret piece behind Bumblebee. There we go. You see this gun turret piece, which is really cool. There's these pegs where you can um, position Sam to put his arms on it, to put his hands on it, and I get to work. I kind of do it. Yeah, I can kind of do it. There's a platform. Yeah, take my word for it. There's a platform down here that you can stand him on, and he can kind of sit up and use, yeah, hold on to that, the gun turret. So kind of be on Bumblebee's back and helping him fight and stuff like that. So again, that's really cool. when I've had mine displayed, I just the leg that's not broken, I just have them posed like this, which looks cool. Him holding Sam in his hand does look cool. So I just kind of have them pose like this. And I like that. I like that pose. Um, like I said, he could have this gun piece, which is cool if you want that. Um, yeah. Yeah. So like I said, that's how I have my Human Alliance Bumblebee posed, and I'll do one size comparison. Oh, I didn't want this video going for too long. Um, yeah, so here he is with Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. Of course, he's bigger and bulk chunkier, and see a few inches taller. He's a Voyager, and I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure Human Alliance was like in their own category, so I don't know if you would consider this like a leader class. But I think when this figure came out, a lot of people said that this figure this figure sorry, this figure is in good scale with the leader class Revenge of the Fallen Optimus. So that's something to think about if you want this figure and you have that Optimus figure. Um, but yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I really like him. Um, oh, so I really like him. Like I said, there are a few minor things about him which may turn some people off, but it doesn't bother me. Again, I think he's very charming. Um, Still holds up. Still a great representation of Bumblebee. I like that he comes with a little Sam minifigure, even though mine's leg broke. um, yeah, like I said, he's just very, very cool. Um, like I said, I recommend him. Like I said, I don't know how much he goes for now. Kind of goes from any price, really. So, yeah. But if you want him, I recommend him. Like I said, I love this figure. One of my favorites in my collection. He's a lot of fun. Has a lot of playability, posability, displayability. Um, so yeah, that's Bumblebee. Evasion mode. I mean, not evasion mode. Human Alliance, Revenge of the Fallen, Human Alliance Bumblebee. Um, like I said, so next review. I don't know. Again, maybe something new. Maybe something inexpensive. There are some Transformer Core Class uh, figures I wouldn't mind getting. I'm thinking of getting one of those maybe. Um, and yeah, like there's a few Marvel Legends I wouldn't mind getting, but I might wait on those. So but yeah, that's kind of it. So, like I said, I may do one new review on a new figure, or may do another re-review, or I keep saying story times. I'm trying to find a constructive way of talking about, like a constructive format of telling the stories outside of just telling one story after the other without any type of context. So, yeah, and I think I'm going to do a completion of my TikToks since I have a lot of them. I'll just do like a completion. So yeah. But yeah, that's it for this review. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry if this dragged on for a little while. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace, you guys.